Hey there, Santa Rosa Christian Church. This is Pastor Noah, and I would like to welcome you to a new project that we're doing called Project Listen. Now, this project is designed to discuss and engage in the topic of racism. For many of us, as we look at the world around us, we see that racism is a prevalent issue and it has affected many people on many different levels. And so with that, as the leadership of the church, we'd like to enter into this conversation from a biblical and a Christ-centered perspective with the purpose of seeking reconciliation in the issue of racism. We believe racism diminishes the image of God, that we were created in God's image, and it takes away from that. And so it is our viewpoint from a biblical standpoint that anything that's going to strip or take away from the image of God is not part of God's plan and is sin itself. And so with that, rather than engage on a political sphere with a political narrative or in social media, we believe that God has called us to a kingdom narrative, a narrative that is gospel-centered, that the good news brings healing to humanity through Jesus Christ. And it is through that good news that we are reconciled to God. And the whole purpose of us being reconciled to God is that we as ambassadors of Christ would go and bring a ministry of reconciliation to those around us. And this affects race. And the beauty of the gospel is that there is no skin color, there's no language, there's no boundary that prohibits people to entering into the family of God, and that God is creating unto himself a new family through his Son, Jesus Christ. And so with that, on the issue of racism specifically, we want to address it from this Christ-centered approach. And part of the ministry of reconciliation is that we are good listeners, that we're empathizing and understanding the hurt and pain that people have gone through so that we can be agents of healing in their lives. And with that, many of us might feel that we're not equipped or maybe are afraid to ask certain questions or even engage in the topic. And so for us as the church, as leaders specifically, our desire is to help equip the church to enter into this conversation. And with that, we're going to be taking the time with this project to interview people and understand their story, understand how racism has affected and landed on them, so that we can be better equipped to ask the questions and to engage and to be the heart and the hands and the feet of Jesus Christ. So I invite you to join us in this project. Our first clip is going to be with Michelle and Cleveland, and they're going to be discussing some of their Cleveland's experiences, and Michelle primarily just asking questions so that we can listen to what his experience was like, and so that we can be better lovers of people. We hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to this project as it continues forward.